views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast are the content creator's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of Essex County College. The material and information presented here is for entertainment and informative purposes only. It should not be considered as professional advice or a substitute for seeking professional guidance.
We about to get into it today. So how we kick it off? Stay. In your lane. What we said? Stay. In your lane. What we said? Ready, set, goes. Ready, set, goes. Ready, set, go. How you doing? Welcome to the Stay in Your Lane podcast with I'm your host, Samanta Harmond, aka Chinchilla. Happy Friday. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys is doing amazing. It has been a long week, but we finally made it. Happy Friday. So as you guys know, this episode will be coming out next Monday for you guys to listen. So we about to get back on track. I know, guys, we haven't been releasing episodes like consistently as usual, like Monday and on Thursday, because, you know, as I said to you guys, I just wanted to get the semester down straight and locked and then put back everything in place. But it's so funny because saying that, my topic today, it's just like all aligned together. Discipline versus motivation. Remember, I talked to you guys about this in the last episode. I said it's going to be the new one because I think that's something that I'm having a difficulty with and I had conversation with and I'm finding out a lot of things. But before we get into that, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys is doing amazing mentally, physically, for everyone that's here in college, for all my college students, boys and girls, kings and queens. Listen, we have 2 more months to go. Just know you got this. Continue staying focused. Get those homework done. And let's get it. You understand? Relax. Don't put too much stress on yourself because, you know, when you overstress, it make it even much harder. Just know that we got this, all right? So while many of you who's new to my channel, this is season 2 of episode 3. So welcome to my podcast where I talk about motivational insight. I talk about mental health, which is a big thing. I give my story. I give, things that I'm going through. I give advice, inputs, and situation, and also bring on guests so they can share their story because I believe that everyone has a voice and everyone has a story, and your story is your glory. Stay. Elaine. What we said? Stay. Elaine. But the number one rule is always say, do not get caught up in somebody else's traffic, right? Focus on your lane and focus on your path. All right. So I hope you guys went out and check out my latest episode. It's actually on Spotify. It's called Happy Self-Love. No, actually Valentine Self-Love. And also on YouTube at SLAOESSEX. That's Student Life and Activities at Essex on the YouTube. For anyone out there, I want you guys to go over to Instagram and follow my page. I have a Stay in Your Lane page. So it's stay_in-your-lane_podcast. That's where I actually drop short clips of whenever there's a new episode. And I also post some insightful motivational stuff because we need that, especially for many of us that's here in college. We definitely need that. So let me just dive into it because I'm already 4 minutes in. And this topic, I don't know how long it's going to take me. But my topic for today is motivation versus discipline, or discipline versus motivation, right? And I give you guys a little backstory when it comes to discipline versus motivation for me. So I know in the last episode, I tell you guys that for the month of February on my Stay in Your Lane page, Stay in Your Lane podcast page on Instagram. I wanted to do 28 days of motivation, right? Something to put out there, something to, keep my audience while I'm building the page, like entertain, inspired, motivated. So I came up with the name Daily Drive. So 28 days of daily drive. Now, from day 1 to day, I would say 6, I was very consistent. I was very disciplined, right? And then day 7, 8, and 9, I kind of fall off. Like, I actually swerve, like really out of the lane that I was at. And I'm like, oh, but you want to know what happened? That motivation, that kind of situation happened, life be life in. And then I fell into a little kind of hole and like, oh my God, I got to focus on this. I'm not able to focus on that. And it kind of took me off the path. No, I went back. I started back on Valentine's Day. That was the 14th. I did 2 days and then boom, I break that discipline. The motivation that I actually had, it just kind of went away because I had to start focusing on my schoolwork. That was actually I'm really back on some of the homeworks because I'm taking 6 classes, and that's not as an excuse, but it's that motivation that I was lacked, even though I was trying to work on discipline. So, that's one thing that I kind of like struggle with, to be honest with you, that discipline. But for many people, you understand, rely on motivation, but struggle with consistency. So I believe that discipline is the number one key, but I would love to know from you guys what you guys think. By the end of this episode, once I break down everything, I hope I'm able to make you guys have a better understanding between the two, because I do believe in this life, like many people think, okay, I'm not motivated, so I'm not able to do this. But you have some other people on the other side would be like, they may not have the motivation, but they're so disciplined to what they want to get done. And that's something that was instilled in them from a younger age, maybe the family that they were around, the community, the environment. That's just all they know, that discipline. So let's get into it, right? So what is motivation? So motivation is a feeling, a temporary, can come and go, right? So versus discipline, which is an habit. It's a long term and it can keep you going even when motivation fades. So you see how I piggyback off what I said earlier, right? When it comes to, let me actually turn around because I do have the camera there. So let me see if I could turn around like this so you guys could see my face more better instead of me being sideways. Okay, I hope this speaks. So guys, I'm actually recording. So I think this is better. This is better, right? Instead of me being sideways, John. I do have a podcast member in the studio with me today. His name is John. He's not on the mic, but he just launched his first episode for his podcast called The Loner. I am so happy for him. Yes. So that's just a little side note, but yes, guys, I hope you guys, whenever he drops his new episode, you guys go check it out. But let me repeat that again. Motivation, what it is, it's a feeling, right? Temporary, and it can go and come. While discipline is an habit, it's long term. It can keep you going even when motivation fades. So that discipline that I'm talking about is what keeps you going when that motivation is no longer there. So I believe that this topic is very important because so many people, they kind of wait to get ready instead of building the habit. They kind of wait for motivation, something to motivate them, someone to motivate them, instead of trying to build a habit of consistency within themselves and discipline. I know they say that discipline is the hardest habit to build, but they all say it takes 21 days or 30 days for you to actually create and actually adapt to an habit. And I think with that, it become part of your routine, part of your life. Like for me, I'm in the gym, right? So I remember last year, I said to myself that I was down to 86 pounds after my 3rd surgery. And I'm like, I need to gain weight to like 100 pounds. How I'm going to do this? Because some days I feel motivated, some days I'm not. And At that time, my environment, it was not motivated at all. I was in a depression state. You know, I keep it 100 with you guys on here. Yes, I was in a state of, who is this young lady? Who am I? Trying to refine about myself. So I took it up on myself to start going back to the gym, because before my car accident, I was going to the gym every single day. After my car accident, then that kind of went out of the way. But once I started going to the gym, I made it like every day. After work, then I go to school. Then after school, I go to the gym. In the summer of last year, I started, and I did summer 1 and summer 2. So summer classes is from Monday to Thursday. I had classes from 7:20 straight until 9 o'clock. Best believe I go to work at 8 a.m. in the morning, leave work at 6:30, go to class at 7:20, leave class at 9, and went straight to the Blink Gym downtown in Newark. Yes, and I would stay at the gym until it's closed, which is sometimes 10 o'clock and sometimes 10:30. No, that's the discipline the habit that I created. I did it for like 2-3 weeks, and it just become a part of my routine. It become a part of me, right? Because I know within myself that I have a goal that I'm trying to get to, and that's for me to gain some weight. That's for me to get back out of the mindset that I was in, and nothing or no one was gonna do that but me. You understand? So why motivation alone isn't enough, right? So motivation is like a sparks. It's great for starting, but doesn't really last at all. So for example, right, let's put it at this. So people feel motivated at the start of the year, like, you know, Happy New Year, I'm going to stop smoking, I'm going to stop drinking, I'm going to start the gym, I'm going to go back to school, I'm going to get this new job, I'm going to leave this ex alone, I'm going to leave this girl alone, you know, I'm going to do a new relationship, I'm going to start travel. So many New Year's resolution, but we're in February. How many of you have stick to those resolution? That's the wrong one. How many? I'm still waiting. Because I'll be honest with you, I haven't stick to a lot of mine, but I had discipline because I have to continue school. You understand? And so on this podcast, I said, it doesn't matter. I'm going to continue going. I'm not going to give it up. You understand? And the biggest thing is for me to say, this year I'm going to get my life together. I'm going to be in a different path, and I'm not going to lie, I'm better. But I'm just giving you guys an example of that, right? But many people put those resolutions out, and after a few weeks, they quit, right? Why? You felt motivated in the beginning of the year. You felt motivated the 31st of December, the 1st of January, 2025. Yay, let's go. I'm about to do this. But by the 7th of January, all that sparks of motivation, of excitement is gone. It's dull. It's like, oh, I'm going to do this next week. I'm going to do this the other day. And what is that? You rely on motivation, right? So relying on motivation makes you inconsistent because you won't always feel like doing the work within itself. So it's that I don't feel motivated today to do this, so I'm going to do it next week. When I feel motivated, again, the mindset, right? And it's also because it was the 1st of January, you had all these feelings. By the 7th, you have not created the habit of the goal that you set on the 1st. So all of that fade out, right? So let's move on to number 2, the power of discipline. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about discipline real quick. So discipline is about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. So have you ever met someone or know someone and you're like, wow, they're going through so much, but they just keep on going. Like, it doesn't matter what. She got up, she's still going to work, she's still going to school. Even with all these other obstacles and stuff that's around her, even with all the mouth that is maybe putting them down, they're still doing it. In the adverse of what he said, in the midst of adversity, they're still going. In the midst of all the bad mouthing on them, they're still going, right? It's that discipline. So I think it was yesterday I was talking to a person and they said to me that actually not into a person. I was talking to the counselor, my counselor here. Her name is Cassandra. She's a counselor at the school. So I always go in and check in with her, talk to her, because when I first came here at the school, she helped me a lot mentally. I was not in a great place mentally when I first came to school, and she helped me a lot. So for the week, one time I will go over there, check in, talk to her, let her know how I'm doing and everything. So I was talking to her yesterday, and she promoted my podcast a lot. Thank you for that, Miss Cassandra. I appreciate it. So yesterday I was actually in her office and I was telling her about the topic that I want to talk about because as I mentioned, since the year start, I've set a lot of personal goals and especially even too when it comes to my podcast, but I haven't been able to achieve it because I took on 6 classes, which I'm doing maths, accounting, finance, economics, business, and computer science. I didn't expect, the rush. I guess I didn't. I'm going to put it, I underestimate the courses within itself. So that big on my mind and like, oh my God, I got to get this homework done. This homework is due. All 6 homework is due every week. You understand? So imagine that. Plus work and other stuff that I'm doing. So I was telling to her that I kind of realized these days, and I'm realizing something to myself, that motivation and discipline is really 2 different things, because sometimes when I'm not feeling motivated, I kind of cut myself short. I don't do what I have to do, but the things that I'm kind of disciplined in doing, like to go to the gym, I'm disciplined in that. I found myself disciplined in doing meal prep. Like I do meal prep every Saturday. If it's not on Saturday, it's on Sunday. And I make lunch, 5 plates for lunch and 5 plates for dinner. And I found that to be a discipline that I've input within myself, right? And I'm like, that has nothing to do with motivation, because even when I'm feeling down for the other stuff that I know I'm supposed to get done, and I fail to do it, I still get up and I still do my meal prep. I still get up and I still go to school. You understand? I haven't missed a class, so those are like discipline. But I'm like, when I'm not feeling motivated, the other stuff that I need to get done, I don't get it done. So I think this is a topic that I really want to dive into, because I think this is where a lot of people, other individuals, they must go through the same thing, wondering why I can't achieve certain things and not realizing, and thinking that motivation, even on the Instagram, on the social media, you see a lot of motivational quotes, you see a lot of motivational posts and things like that may get you up, but you don't see a lot of disciplinary quotes, you understand, and letting you know that without the discipline, you can't have these things done. You may feel motivated temporary for maybe a moment, but then that may fade away. You understand? If you don't create that discipline that's going to create that consistency within itself. So she was telling me a story. Guys, I hope I'm not really all over the place. But she was telling me a story about her childhood friend that she know. And she said, this girl, she always have all A's. And from a younger age, like elementary school, she said she's going to be a doctor. And today she is a doctor. He said she went to school, high school, college, and she did not look back. She stayed so disciplined to what she wanted. Even when she feel unmotivated, she still pushed through it. And she was saying she developed that and gained that from her parents, because that young lady, that's how her parents are. So she developed that, and I'm like, you are so right about that. You understand that discipline. But discipline is about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it at all. You understand? So it's like a system, not a feeling. It's creating that system, that everyday routine. So it's not just a feeling as motivation. I'm feeling motivated today, tomorrow I'm not, right? So if you build discipline, success becomes inevitable. So for example, athletes train daily, right? Not because they always feel motivated, but because discipline makes it an habit. They know that that's a routine, that a football player, a runner, that's their routine. That's their discipline. When I go in today, I may not feel motivated, but I have to get this done. It becomes a part of them. You understand? Same thing, I will pick it back on me with the meal prepping. That become a part of me. You understand? And it's that discipline, that I instinct inside. So how to build discipline? So we're over 20 minutes. I told you guys it's not going to be too long. So how to build discipline over time. Let's take some step down, right? So one, I want us all, I'm talking about all my kings out there, my queen, I'm talking about everyone that's in school here, right? That you may be falling back on your homework, or you're not able to create that discipline in getting things done. And I'm speaking to myself too. I'm talking to anyone out there that is listening to this right now. You want to create a habit, you have a goal, you're trying to get something done. And because of lack of motivation, it's kind of pulling you back from doing what you want to do. Let's create that discipline. Let's actually cheat the mind. It's not even cheating the mind. It's letting you know that, listen, you ain't going to beat me. I may not feeling up today, but hey, I got to get this done. So grab your pen, your paper, and let's go. I'll grab your book. I'll grab your phone. Go to your notes, wherever. Let's go. So number one, start small. Focus on small daily actions instead of relying on big bursts of motivation. So instead of relying on going on a motivation app to see a quote that's going to make you like, oh my God, I'm feeling energized. I'm ready. Let's get it. I'm ready for the day. How about you start small with what you're trying to achieve? Whatever I always said, small step leads to big step. Always remember that. None of us walk before we creep. We didn't even run. When you came out from your mom's home, you had to do what? Learn to walk. And by you learning to walk, you had to creep first. And then you take your little baby step. Then you start taking bigger step. And look at you now, the adult you are. Congratulations. All right. So number two, I want you to create a routine, right? And make it automatic. So you don't have to actually decide every day. So make it like, if you have an alarm in your phone, put it down, create a routine. So for me, I go to the gym 3 times a week because, I have an ankle that is not 100. I can't go every day. But create a routine and make it automatic so you don't have to decide every day. You already know that, okay, I have to get this done. All right, does that make sense? So number 3, hold yourself accountable. This is the biggest thing. Many of us young adults do not like to hold ourselves accountable. We like to push the blame on something else, not knowing that you are the author of your life. You are the one that may move the needle. Without you, there is no one else that's going to get it done. So stop put the blame on somebody else. Put it on you. When you start taking accountability, maybe it will make you feel better. And I had to learn that at my big old age. Yes, I had to learn that. What does it take? Who does it hurt for taking accountability, especially when it comes to your life? It doesn't hurt no one but you. Okay? And lying to God. So let's get it together in that area. So hold yourself accountable. Track your progress. Use reminder or have an accountability partner. So if you have somebody, for any of my young kings out there, if you have a girlfriend, if you have your sister, a best friend that you know can help you, maybe they're more disciplined than you and you want to start getting back discipline. How about listen, communication is key. You understand? Communication is key. How about communicate with them? They said, it takes a village to raise a child. Sometimes it's good when you have a next person to help you to actually create that habit that you want. Somebody that you trust. because you don't want to just tell everybody your business of what you're trying to do. And then it even hinder you sometime from your progress or even reaching the goal that you want. So if you have someone in your life that you know is very good at discipline, and discipline is what ruled their life, maybe talk to them. Let them know that you're trying to create some new habits. Let them know that you're trying to get more discipline, and you want to hold yourself accountable, because it's about you, right? So you want to hold yourself accountable. So you are doing the work where it's going to help you to progress. And that's something that I am working on right now. You understand? Because I'm a person that I don't like to tell people what I'm doing. I don't like to tell people about the goals that I'm trying to achieve. Everything I keep within myself. But I'm realizing that I'm kind of stifling my growth and my progress, and I'm kind of like procrastinating and like in my head too much. And those are fear kids. Do you know that fear actually has birth? They have some kids. Yes. That word called fear, that, oh, I'm so fear. Oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Or you want to start a business, for example, or you want to do something, but you're so fearful, like that fear. You want to know what their kids are? Procrastination and anxiety, because that's what builds up and make us stop doing things. So let's try to eliminate that step by step. Master self-talk, guys. What is that? Master self-talk. So master self-talk, instead of saying, I don't feel like it, say, I am going to do it anyway. I am going to do it anyway. I feel like I've been talking all this time and my mic has been so high. Oh my God, guys, I am so sorry. I was wondering why I sound like that. But my mic has been so high. Oh my God. I'm going to have to edit. Joe, can you edit this one? Well, he's going to, because he's going to tell me. My mic was so high, guys. I didn't realize it. And my mouth is so in the mic, so it kind of make it so loud. All right, guys. So let me get back to it, because we're about to finish up. So again, I gave you 1, 2, 3. I gave you 4 steps. Remember, I'm going to repeat the 4 step. Master self-talk. So instead of saying, I don't feel like it, how about you say, I am going to do it anyway, because this is for me. I am going to do it anyway. I know when that alarm hits sometime at 5 a.m. in the morning, for anyone that has to get up for class, you'd be like, oh my God, you turn back around on the pillow, like, no. But once you get up out of bed, you go to the bathroom to take a shower, brush your teeth, that feeling is off. Just say to yourself, I am going to do it anyway. I am going to get up. I am going to get this done. Self-talk is like self-affirmation. They said the more negative things you talk about yourself and talk to yourself is what you actually kind of create, that energy. So let's let that go. So finding the balance between both motivation and discipline can give you a push, right? So finding the balance between both motivation can give you a push, but discipline keeps you moving. So not saying motivation is not needed, but discipline keeps you moving. So use motivation to start and discipline to finish, all right? So what does that look like? So when motivation fades, have a plan that keeps you on track. Setting up rewards, moving distractions, staying committed to your goal. When we achieve the goal, it's the source to peace. When we achieve our goal, it's the source to our peace, because we're doing things that soothe our soul. We're doing things that reward ourselves. And that, in return, makes you feel accomplished. That makes you feel good. And that's that discipline when that motivation fade within itself. So are you waiting for motivation, or are you training yourself to be disciplined? I would love to know from you guys. Drop it in the comments on Instagram. drop it in the comments on YouTube. Let me know. So I would say I would share a challenge for you guys, but I will leave this with you guys. I want you to commit to a small action daily for the next week. All right. So even when you don't feel like it, what you're going to say to yourself, I am going to do it anyway. So remember that. Each time you feel like you don't want to do it, you be like, oh my God, I heard this. Samanta said on the Stay in Your Lane podcast. No, I cannot let the devil win it all. I can't sing, but I am going to do it anyway. Repeat it. I am going to do it anyway. So encourage engagement within yourself. Get things done. I would love to know from you guys, how do you stay disciplined? I would love to invite you guys to my podcast out there. Anyone that's listening that would love to be on here, go over to Instagram, DM me, send me a message at stay_in_your_lane_podcast. All right. I would love to hear from you guys. You're going to see my logo is a mic with an eel, and it said Stay in Your Lane with Samanta. So I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you guys found this. Oh, we're at the 30 minutes mark. Wow. I hope you guys enjoy this episode. I hope you guys let me know what you guys think about it. I'm getting back in the groove. I'm creating that small steps so I could stay back disciplined, especially when it comes to my podcast. So don't think that you guys are in this alone. My goal here is to motivate, inspired, and actually, just talk about life and things that we're all going through, because we're not all perfect. And don't let no one ever tell you that they don't go through things. That's lie. You understand? So let's get this done for all my college students here at Essex County. Let's get this done. You understand? Continue doing what you're doing. Remember your degree. You're doing it for yourself and no one else. Stay disciplined. Stay true. And as I always tell you guys, seek the kingdom, and all that you wish for will be granted to you. Know that you are beautiful and you are wonderfully made by God within himself. All right, a prayer a day keep the devil and the bad words away. Okay, all those demons, they ain't gonna attack you because God is protecting you. Stay in your lane. What we said, stay in your lane. What we said, ready, set, goes. Ready, set, goes. Ready, set, go. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And listen, I have not done a personal, I would say a sit down interview, but it's coming. I have a lot of guests next week. Hopefully I got it done. You understand? Hopefully they showed up. That's the next thing. But for now, I want you guys to, college students out there, let's get the semester. Let's end the semester with a bang. Believe in yourself. Start off. Put all these steps that I gave you guys into action, one step at a time. Believe in yourself, believe in your possibility, turn out the noise. Doesn't matter what people are saying, just be true to who you are. Do the things that you want to do, you understand? Because at the end of the day, it's your life, it's your goals, and you know what you want to do. Love you, and God love you. I love you. And before I go, I totally forget to let y'all know what I always say: start unknown, finish unforgettable. Yes.
This has been a production of the Essex County College Podcast Club. Copyright 2024, all rights reserved.